Hello and welcome back. Now it isn't on third growth stage. I thought it was ready to cut up this end. I'm not sure what it's like down the other end though, but I thought, yeah, it's time we grabbed all this lot and stuck it back in the thing. I know we're building for next year. Yeah, we are. I was gonna, yeah, I've got the, I know how to use the swather, which I seem to have a knack for forgetting its name. I've actually just done a little bit of research. I was actually looking at what agricultural large ploughs, yeah, to see what was realistic, because I really wasn't sure. Always did like those of the new 22 metre and the 26 metre. Now there are record ploughs where people have tried to beat a world record and made a plough that's not a normal production plough. So that was me testing the conditioner bar, the haymaker, and that is actually working. I did it on the headland because I didn't want to waste anything, because this isn't sort of ready yet. But yeah, and to be honest, the largest standard big size I can find is a 10.5 metre. I was looking on the John Deere website. I couldn't find anything about ploughs whatsoever on their website. Found a couple of the Coombe ones. They manufacture ploughs. I looked at a lot of second-hand ploughs from a retailer of ploughs, and boy are they expensive. Even second-hand ones, even 3 metre ones are like 17,000 and some, and they're like second-hand. So yeah, we'll talk about expensive. So yeah, I mean we're not talking the yeah, I suppose the prices that we've seen on Farming Simulator, but boy, God, Ben, it is so no wonder that farmers don't buy much bigger than a 3 metre plough, because there were a lot of 2.6s and 3 metres, and they were still thousands. So where am I going? Do you know, I cannot chat and work at the same time. Sarah was doing exactly the same on Rombos yesterday. And you see, Kevin, that is why I time-lapse a lot. Not because I prefer time-lapses, but because yeah, I literally cannot do the two things very well at all. Yeah, I can do certain tasks, usually ones like this, but yeah. Now then, let's try and grab those. Let's see if we can grab those two as well. Now then, do we need to upgrade that a little bit more? That is what I'm wondering. Yeah, is it enough? Let's have a look at the cycles as we're up there, because it is a very key business. Although, yeah, it's true. So we've got all year now. So for till next April, I'm very glad that I actually remembered that, because I'm a terror. Yeah, you can sometimes sell it in May, but the price is dropping. It is one of those clothes are really good, but you can sell them for a good price all year round, but not like the best. That is super duper prices. So it is one of those I try to really sell on the button on April. And it's sometimes on a Let's Play Thornton revamped, which I have. I'm not saying I've abandoned it, because I haven't, but I really have not been on it in absolutely forever. Because like every time I try to actually go on that, it's the front the manual attach is not working, and yeah, I think last time I was so rusty with it, it was probably my fault. But the time before, I remember I did my research just before I went back on, and it was not doing, whether the thing was lowered or whatever, it was not doing what it should have done. Right. Now then, I'm going to stop recording for a minute, and we are going to pop down. I'm trying to be good and not whiz down. I know I did a couple of times last session, and I know it may not be too annoying to you all, but I really don't like doing it, so I'm going to try to stay in good habits. So I'm going to see you down at the stage. It really is. So May, yeah, that's right. There's a couple of yeah, I'm not sure now whether to actually bring the tedder, which is at the top end of the farm, down at the bottom end, because we've got the conditioner. It does mean though next session is going to be an absolute monster, or this session is going to be an absolute monster. So they're the ones that I try to time lapse if I'm going to show it you all, or even a partial, because we've now got a monster amount of grass. Let's have a look at our empire. Yeah, we've got those two growing nicely. field 10 which we planted, and there is not, yeah, there's a dot there, a dot that I missed. Yeah, the pigs, oh, animals, let's have a quick look while we are, I mean, this is literally minutes after the last session, so yeah, we've not, other than me dragging the equipment around, which I did enjoy, because I was not, I mean, yeah, look at the pigs now. That's amazing. Yeah, the food's at max, which is nice. Straw is, yeah, we put chucked a lot in. We've got 30 tons of slurry as well again. Wow. Got, you know, we can't see on that one. That's the thing I don't understand, why that pen shows us. Now then, we definitely have, I did wonder if it was, let's just go down there. I'm going to literally bring you in as soon as I get to the pigs. We're going to have a quick look at them. If this was one of those where we need to, whether the manure goes into the actual pig pen itself, but it doesn't. So that means that although we've got the straw in, we've obviously got to attach a proper manure pit. So we'll do that now because we've got the straw. I've got to do this close enough. I'm trying to think where we'll do this. We've got to keep that free for the slurry. I don't want to put, I suppose we could put it just in front of that wall, or do we? No, I don't want to go inside. I could put it here. That is, well, it should be. Always tells you, this is something I did learn. Right, so let's check first. Animals, no, it is, I was right, it was in buildings. I think it's in containers. Yeah, there is something. This is a bit of a mixed bag because there's a couple in different sort of locations on these, as I've found. Yeah, silos and silo extensions is, I think, the ones where I've seen most of them. Yeah, placeable slurry, liquid, some really, yeah, liquid storage mod. Slurry manure pack. Now my old faithful that I've used an awful lot is, I've not removed it. Oh wow, so that's a small one. I do use the one, I'm sure I've not removed it. But again, this is what I'm saying, they're in different places. Always confuses me. It's got to be in silo extensions, which also confuses me because you'd think in silo extensions, there we go, there's that one, the manure heap extension, and it really is a manure heap. Yeah, I put this on Let's Play, it is fantastic. Let's just stick that, I don't think the rotating is funny. If we stick that there, we can we rotate it? Ah, we can. There we go. That is what I was thinking. Now you've got to check to see if it says connected to. Oh, no, I did not rotate you. I didn't move my mouse at all. Do you know, it's just so finicky. Whoa, you move it a little bit and it does nothing, and then you move it a little bit more and it does lots. Right, no moving. Right, let's have a look, because that should now say connected to pigsty large. Fantastic. I do love that one. It's amazing. It truly is. Such good value. That's why the Bavarian pack is something I just will not shift. It is so good. So we should start to get manure as well and be able to reinvest that in our... Now, I was talking about a business and one more production, and because grass is getting huge, I am thinking, yeah, I am not pleased with that. Really not. It's... yeah, it's thrashing. I mean, Courseplay cannot play with it. It does really strange things. It did crash Silverrun properly, so I'm not sure. I don't think it's been in the game much, so I've got to give it a chance, truthfully. But I think I'm going to remove it from my Let's Plays for a little while until it settles down, because as good as an idea as it is, I don't like introducing the instability of this. So we've planted all of our ingredients for the pig food. I am right, I have bought something yeah, in fact, I should show you. I'm going to test something. Yeah, I always admit to being a little unorthodox in some of the ways I do things, which you can see. But again, not things that are impossible. The one thing I do admire that Giants have done quite well is the physics, and I've said that sort of quite frequently. So let me just try and concentrate because I'm terrible at talking. And so it is wheel loader tools, I think. I'm sure it's in there. It might be in the winter equipment. It is a biggie. I've literally loaded it. It's similar to that. I mean, that the size for what you could use, it is wide. And that's the true trick. The one that I've loaded, I did look deliberately for one of the biggest ones. That might be large as well. It's a 12.5 ton thing, but it's not about the tonnage, it's about the width. Yeah, as a pusher, we all know that the modern buckets can push, but I want something to be wide as well. And that, I had to load something specially, which I'm hoping I ticked on the way in. See, that's up to 5 meters. Yeah, that's a monster. So that might actually, yeah, that might do. But I'm sure I've loaded a bigger one than that for pushing. I might not have ticked it though, but it wasn't the CSZ pack either. Yeah, love these Liebherr things. 3-arm pallet foot, come on. It should be, yeah, I think it, I'm never sure whether it does it in the order of things that you put in. Wow, 6 ton. And it's reasonable as well. Now, I love this new tilt attach, that is amazing as well. 6.5 ton, 11,000. Now that's 4.6 to 5 meters. So it's not. Looking winter equipment, it may actually be one of these. It could even be in levelers. It might actually be in the levelers. 18.3 meter. 2.5, 2. That's a 3. And that doesn't say. Right, okay, so we want levelers then, don't we? I'm sure I've ticked it. I might not have done. If not, then I'll show you next time. A leveler will do as well. It's the same type of thing. It could be a leveler, actually. Could be one of these. 2.4, 2. Yeah, now that's a 5 meter also. The Steig. Here we go. Oh, it is still only yeah, it is. Now, is that for anything? It does look, it is a wheel loader leveler. Yeah. So it looks like 5 meters is the limit. So there's quite a few. That is quite reasonable, though, I've got to be honest. So there's that one, or yeah, the Holoras. That also is 5 meters. So this is very little in it. Right, okay, so 5 meters is the max. So not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for something a little bit larger so we could push the potatoes and sugar beets onto, yeah, because I'm not sure. The one that I was trying to show you, the sugar beets equipment that we were going to use, was the tiny harvester, which I think I did show on Greenland, but I didn't figure out. I knew it was a sugar beet harvester, and it's obviously tiny weeny, and it's really a good price. But yeah, we could also get a couple of them going with standard workers from one side of the field to the other to get it done more quickly. So that's what I was trying to do. So that actually just obviously ploughs them and leaves them on the top. So then the potatoes, equally, I have used the potato pack by his name has escaped me. It shall pop. It shall. Yeah, I mentioned him and not Pepe 978. Of course it is. Right. Yeah. Potatoes, peas. I believe we are looking for. Yeah. Now we've again shown this an awful lot on my Stone Valley. I think this is fantastic. Yeah. There's that's cedar planter, which is the very one that we have. which I remember buying the Grimmy, which is obviously much about the same size but a lot dearer, but it's still good. But yeah, this one here, the 16.5, this is not, you do not require a horn cutter because it actually has it integrally on that, but still it obviously sticks them on the surface, so it's a traditional harvester that leaves them on the surface of the field, so then you've got to pick them up. Well, both on Attingham and Stone Valley we use this, and it is fantastic. And you, of course, yeah, there's that one as well, but that's tiny. I like the size of that one, 3 times the size of that, and a little bit more, but also with horn topper as well. So that's what I'm intending and using. But the belt system, now that is true. We've also got the bunker silo. I would like to buy this because I'd like to test it. One thing I've got to say about FS19 that I did love was the snowblower, or the milling machine as most people called it. This is now under belt systems. It isn't the milling machine per se, but it is sort of. But yeah, it's belt systems, and it is under belt systems. I have it on Silver Rum. It dropped in the sales, and it is the forage pickup, 65,000. So it isn't cheap, but it's not like we can't afford it on this particular Let's Play. But I am also a massive fan of the conveyal. So the conveyal and the standard pickup, and I'd like to feature the Mark IIs. Now this is my normal go-to, the S710, which will pick them off the ground, and then it'll stick them into the conveyal. But even that's not often enough. But I usually have to go for the Quantum as well. Yeah, no, sorry, that one there, the TC816. That one, I usually go for the Mark 1. Which, yeah, why do I always think that's the Quantum when that's the Quantum? Yeah, I always use that one as the middle one to actually extend it. That's what I use on Attingham. That and the big conveyal, because that is a monster. And also that, but I'd like to try to see how good the forage pickup is. But I'd like to use a bit of a combination of pushing the potatoes and the beet around into piles and then using the forage pickup rather than going around the entire field. I might do a little bit of a combination, see which is better. So I'd like to buy as that. And also, if we're going to go conveyors, proper conveyors, as in we push them into piles, then I would like to try the Mark II, because I have tried it. And it is not the mod's fault, it was me that didn't read properly on what you need to. You have to switch the engine off for it to work. Now I know when I first did it, I did it all of that. I did it on, I did it off, and it still didn't work. But that may have been due to the fact that that was right back in the early days when it was first released. I've used that an awful lot, the vintage auger pack, and that is fantastic if you've not got much money at the beginning of a Let's Play. But right now, when we've got a lot of money, I would love to sort of feature these perhaps, and the Mark II pickup to see how well they feature together. I do love doing that. I think it really is fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed in it, and also not in the right direction. Yeah, one other thing, I was going on about the ploughs earlier, and yeah, I've got the big 22 and the 26 meters on a couple of Let's Plays. I've got it on Rombos, which is winding down because we're going to move to Agres. 2 or 3 sessions left on that Let's Play. Silver Run, I haven't got a plough. I've got a cultivator, which is why I couldn't find the plough in the plough section, because it's a cultivator. It's one of the front mounted cultivators. But my absolute all-time favourite has always been the 6 to 9 metre plough. Is it black sheep modding or... It's a long time since I've looked, but I do love this plough. Is my absolute favourite, the 6/9 metre. Do love the Royal Christie one as well, but I do love this. I think it is black sheep modded. I do love that. That is my absolute favourite plough. And then of course you've got, that's a nice plough as well. I do like that. That's my favourite if I haven't got much money, when that's a bit of a stretch at the beginning of a Let's Play. But these, I know I wasn't sure whether these were possible. Looking at physics now, I don't think they are. Now there is also the John Deere one, which that one must be possible. That's 16.7 metres. So I don't suppose that is much of a stretch. If you think about that, to that. I don't suppose it is, but I can't find any record of anything like this. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be a Lizard brand, but I mean, that is only a little bit bigger than the 2410. That's a 16.7 metre, so again, maybe it is possible. Yeah. If any farmers out there, or anybody who knows, who's been, I've trolling the internet and it's hard to actually find anything. So now then, yeah, fantastic. That's all. Now, why should crop rotation only be good? This was a grass field. We've gone from grass to a cereal crop. And that seriously should be like a maximum bonus that you can possibly go for. So that is a bit of a strange one. Right, so then, yes, this is a definitely not, yeah, it's causing a lot of issues on a lot of Let's Plays. I was trying to sort of show it, and you can use it manually, but then do I really want to be using a non-friendly, worker non-friendly sort of thing? And the answer to that question is not really. Right, anyway, I'm going to pop to the farm, I'm going to catch, in fact, I'm going to walk on Shanks's pony, and I shall meet you down there. And I think I don't think there's much we can do. I think we shall literally go till tomorrow morning, and we've got no silage. I think we are. Now, there was a little bit more manure, but we're going to leave it till tomorrow. And now we've put the manure pit, we shall see how the pigs fare by tomorrow. In fact, do you know, for once, let's just, it would be nice, let's do a sleep here, because I'm interested to see how much muck we get in one night. So have I done everything? Yes, I've done the clothes. I don't think there's anything else. We've just checked the animals, so we are going to sleep through till tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock, yes, because there's a lot of grass work to do. I think we'll feature that in a session of its own, but we might. Do we start the grass? Yeah, I think we're going to start the mowing, definitely, this particular session. And then we shall grab it all in on another. And that was my point. The mod that I'm talking about, yeah, fantastic, that's working. We can tell 14 tons of manure, fantastic. So that's working. So we were right. We finally, and the wow, nearly a maximum load of 61 tons in a. Wow, that straw is going down very quickly. 25 tons has gone. Right, okay, we need to grab a tractor. I'll go grab a tractor, bring one over here, we'll buy some straw. Yeah, we're going to buy the straw in for the pigs from a friendly source. Yeah, I'm not sure about this now, whether this has lost its bonus, because the prices seem, not for straw's cheap, but it is anyway, so from most. So I'm really not sure as to what is what. Anyway, I'm going to bring you back in once I've got a tractor here. Off down this end. Shortly. Now we're going to go up the top end, and we're going to do the swath. I'm going to do the conditioner on the little field, or actually no, I think I'm going to do the conditioner, which is the hay one, on all of the field 2 as well at the top, because hay is the thing we're going to probably run out the most. So we've got quite a lot of silage still, so I might do, actually, yeah, that is a point. I might actually do the, we've got a lot of grass in, haven't we already? And I did talk about a production, which I think is most likely going to be most effective here. And it is a production, so yeah, I'm going to literally stick that. Let's see. Yeah, this probably is going to be the last production that I am going to stick in here. And can I fit it in here? We've already fitted that in there. I don't think we can. Though, as I said, it is. No, this is a special one anyway. It really is. I think I'm probably standing right in the way of the only place it can actually probably go. So let's stick that in the best place I think that it could go anyway. And this is something I feature on a lot of things, but now that we're ramping up production, it is getting more and more difficult for us to do the silage. That is a difficult job, it really is. And now we've got the grass at the top and the grass at the bottom. I truly think it's not a bad idea to actually stick one of these in. So it is a production, and it isn't, yeah, it is fantastic and something I've got, yeah, really. So I'd love to stick one of these on every Let's Play, but then it does get a little bit boring, truthfully. Now this is England, so we're going to go for the not American colours one. Is a drive-through, so we will do that. And try to think, can I get through all Do we do it sideways? Now that's going to take a bit of the field. That is the only bad thing. But then can we? Well, we don't have to go all the way through. That's probably not a bad place. We can get all the way around as well. That is very close to being level. Is that, and I'm hoping that is truthfully now the very last one, and we should be producing our silage from this. It does 250 tons a day. So obviously, again, this is going to be a bit of a slow burn. We're going to stick, and it will accept bales, so I'm just going to be grabbing the bales, and I am going to be using the Anderson more readily. So yeah, we should cut this, and this is still going to be the silage business, and we should take it from here, probably. Trying to think about whether we're going to go. Yeah, now that we've got the 2 forage wagons at the top, I might well grab 2 sets by doing what I always used to do, which is manually grabbing the 2 of them. And are they actually, please tell me they haven't fallen out of each other and they've, no, I can see it right at the top of the field. There's a little tiny, now that is quite amazing that you can see that like that. I mean, the little tiny dots at the top end, but that draw distance is quite amazing. It truly is. Right, yeah, so we set them going, and have we got a large windrower yet? I thought we had bought a bigger windrower, but this is where I get confused between the 2, all of the Let's Plays, not 2. Yeah, Let's Plays. No, I want to see our windrowers. Windrows. We have only got that one, the 8.5 metre. Right, okay, it's not the end of the world. We shall set that going in a few minutes, but we're going to go up to the top of the farm and we're going to literally go and see the swather. So I am going to catch the bus, and I shall meet you straight as literally hay. It should, and there's going to be bits of this field because it's the original field that she'll not be able to cut. But yeah, I thought we'd just watch this for a minute just to see. This should literally, I know how to do this as well. I'm going to show this for those who've not. It is a fantastic thing, and as I said, I really did get the wrong end of the stick about what this actually does. Yeah, I seriously, for some reason, I don't know why, I thought it was. But I do agree with Farmer Klein in so much as this probably will be my go-to on many a Let's Play now, as a very reasonably priced in comparison to, say, something like the Crown. It's got the normal one, if you're just going to do grass, is 9.6 metres, I think. It should produce, yes, you can see the colour it's perfect hay. So the conditioner cuts hay. Yes, it's a much smaller thing, but for us, it windrows and cuts hay all in one lump, and then we can fetch that. So that is amazing. I'm not sure. Do I go? Yeah, we will go loose as well on this. Probably. Yeah, no. Actually, I would imagine 2 trailers will probably be enough. I would imagine that we can do that. Do we have a? No, we've got a bunker silo. I'm not going to do anything other than what we've done. Now, it's still actually. It's managing to grab that. Oh, perhaps I can't grab it from here. Yeah, this is a bit like you can plough, but you can't actually grab. Yeah, you then can't plant, so it's a bit of an odd one. But yes, you get the picture. It is really quite amazing, and it's so agile. I was so blown away by how fantastic. It's very much like the Vermeer steering, which is steer on a dime. It really is almost. It can turn literally straight around. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like the Fence, my favourite tractor of all, the one we've got. Well, that entire range is my favourite, really, but I do love the 1150. Right, so yes, we shall leave Farmer Girl to her devices to finish that field off. Do we need another field of hay if we're doing silage at the bottom? But the silage, well, we've got 200 tons still, now that we've got that back. Yeah, Marty said that just keep the money, it wasn't my fault, and I suppose really for all the faffing around, yeah, it's not like I did it on purpose. When I bought that 110 tons, I really seriously thought that obviously it was lost. I had no idea that Missy B was going to do what she did, which is fantastic. Now then, talking of Missy B, I do believe I've ticked this on purpose. A mod dropped, and it is a Missy B mod. This very day. Now, really, on this particular map, we're not really going to need it, but I just wanted to highlight this because it's an animal mixer, but I think in some ways yeah, the mixing mill. This here, you can see on the right hand side what it does. It mixes pretty much any kind of thing, including fertiliser. So although it might seem a tad expensive, it probably does an awful lot of things that make that very reasonable, because 150,000 for all of those. TMR, pig food, looks like it does silage, maybe a hay dryer and a fertiliser maker, all in one. And you can see that's from manure, slurry, digestate, there's corn, that'll be the pig food sections. Yeah, there's lots of stuff in. I'd like to maybe place this at the end of the session as a bit of a test, just to see what it does. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to rip out the mods that we've got. Wow, that is making hay while the sun shines. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry, I could not resist, because the sun is shining and we are making hay, truthfully. Yeah, so this field, what are we going to do? We're going to do more silage? I don't think we need to. I think we'll cut another set of hay so that we've got plenty of hay in, and we'll grab our 2 forage wagons and we'll grab another tractor. Yeah, I brought the tedder up, but yeah, because I wasn't sure when I brought this up whether that was going to work or not, and yeah, it is working. It was really the fact that, yeah, I'd still got I've sent it to the shop. Let me just, no, I should show you next time we're going over there. I want to try to be good and not keep hopping across the map like that. Yes, I'm going to set that going. How are they doing at the bottom of the farm on that field? Can we see their progress? We can, sort of. Well, in fact, we can if we're clever and we switch that off. Ah. Well, we should get the orange from the grass, from the harvested. Ah. Hang on a minute. Is it one of the others? Ah, there we go. I knew we could see it. Oh, yeah. Strange. Right, so harvested. So we can see actually they're doing quite well. So I'm going to pop down the bottom. We're going to set the windrower down at the bottom and the Vermeer straight after it. Yeah, or do we? No, I think we'll. Yeah, it's like that when things go wrong. Although the windrower isn't going to hurt. I'm going to pop down the bottom, set the windrower going, and I shall bring you back in and we shall see what's cracking off. So I'm going to see you down the bottom of the farm. This is what I call my generic goodbye for those sessions where I've done a recording and I didn't realise I was going to split it, and this is my... I do hate it when I don't say goodbye to you. It seems very rude when you've invited guests in to come and have a look at your content and you don't say goodbye. So this is what I always add as the spliced goodbye. So yeah, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you're going to continue with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.